Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Preston here. In this video, I'm going to be telling you guys why Denny Hamlin will and should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So basically, guys, I'm going to be recapping, telling you guys his career, all the career wins he has, his biggest accomplishments, and why he actually deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. So let's go ahead and get started. 60 career wins start off. Three-time Daytona 500 champion, two times being back to back 2019 and 2020. 2016 won the Daytona 500 in iconic fashion with Martin Truex Jr. beating him by this much. And yeah, that finish was just unforgettable and very iconic. 2019 and 2020 back to back. 60 wins, like I said, ties Kevin Harvick on the all-time wins list. Was so close so many times to winning championships, and Denny Hamlin is this generation's Mark Martin. Mark Martin is considered the best driver of all time, talent-wise, to never win a championship. And he was competing with drivers with Dale Earnhardt for the championship, Jeff Gordon for the championship, Darrell Waltrip. Like, all those drivers back then were more than championship caliber drivers. They were elites. And Mark Martin's been this close so many times. Heck, he even contended for the championship in 2009 when he was 50. And Denny Hamlin, he's there. He's there to be the greatest NASCAR driver of all time without a championship. Obviously, he's the winningest, but he's right there with Mark Martin. He's there with Mark Martin. He's just there with Mark Martin. And Denny Hamlin, man, with what he's done in his career, he doesn't need a championship to be considered great. He's had 60 wins, an average career finish of 13th, similar to Kevin Harvick's, which was a 12.8 career average finish. He has the chance to improve on that this upcoming season, and even chance to get more wins. Denny has also won 3 Southern 500s, a Coca-Cola 600. Denny has won 7 Crown Jewel races. He's the only Crown Jewel Denny Hamlin's missing is the Brickyard 400, which Denny has been close before. One of his best, just going to be recapping some of his best moments and accomplishments, like in the Budweiser shootout from 2005 and 2006. Like, it was either that 2005 or 2006. He won one of the very first times he stepped foot in a Cup car, won the Budweiser shootout. That was in ways a popular victory. He was contending with Jimmy Johnson for the championship in his rookie season. That's considered one of the better rookie seasons in NASCAR history. So, yeah, like a tremendous rookie season for Denny Hamlin. 2007 and 2008 and 2009, he got wins. And then 2010 was where Denny Hamlin really began to. That was his best season of his career. Best season of his career when it comes to wins. He pretty much had the championship pretty much in his hands until the final 2 races of the season. That was the only time where I consider Denny Hamlin to choke the championship. Was 2010. A comfortable points lead over Jimmy Johnson, and then it just went downhill within the final 2 races. So, yeah. 2011, 2012 weren't as good as 2010. 2013 was the year Denny Hamlin broke his back. 2014 was the year Denny Hamlin made his first championship 4 appearance. And then 2015, 16, and 17 made the playoffs and 2018 made the playoffs all those years. 2018 was considered just didn't have it. If it wasn't for 2018, Denny would have the longest active win streak right now. He would surpass Kyle Busch in that category if it wasn't for 2018. 2018 is Denny's only winless season. Was 2018. He's made the playoffs, I believe, every single season of his career since except for 2013, of course. Contending for championships every year. And then in the Chris Gabehart era, been championship contention there. Like the bulk of his career wins, like a little under half of his career wins have been from 2019 and on. 29 of Denny Hamlin's 60 career wins have came since 2019. 29 of Denny Hamlin's 60 career wins have came since 2019. That's really good. That's really good numbers. Definitely Definitely really good numbers there, guys. Just about half of Denny Hamlin's career wins have came since 2019, since Chris Gabehart came the crew chief. And then, we all know what happened. Chris Gabehart stepped down and get Chris Gale in. So, yeah, guys, like I said, multiple Daytona 500s, and he's been contending for championships practically every year, except for 2013 when he broke his back, and 2018 was, other than 2013, 2018 was just not that great of a year when it comes to, wins, of course, and, final standings. Got eliminated in the round of 16 that year, but other than that, he's got eliminated from the round of 12 in 2015. Like there were some times where he was like in like just a playoff in just playoff form and not really a top championship driver, but he was some at times like back in like the mid 2010s, like 2015, 2016 was just a round of 12, a round of 8 driver. Definitely gotten better as time goes on, like in 2019. And like I said, had one of the best rookie seasons. Was, like I said, continuing with Jimmy Johnson for the championship, and like 3 Daytona 500s, like I mentioned before. And the only thing Denny Hamlin hasn't won is a Brickyard 400 and a title. Like I said with Mark Martin, Denny Hamlin is going to go down as one of the greatest drivers of all time to not win a championship. And Denny has been close many times before, guys. Look at what happened. Denny Hamlin is capable of winning championships. We saw it like a few weeks ago. He led led the majority of the laps, and then it all came down to a conservative call by Chris Gale. NASCAR is a team sport. It can't just be the driver, y'all. It's gotta be the crew chief, the team. Like, Denny did everything right that race. It just didn't came out. It just wasn't meant to be. And after what I've seen, after that loss, my mindset is I don't care about the championship anymore. That's off the table at this point. I don't care. Part of it's because of the playoff format and how illegitimate it can be. It can be. I would much rather see Denny Hamlin not win a championship under the format that we currently have. But the most reason why I was devastated was because I was afraid that people aren't going to give credit aren't going to give the credit that Denny Hamlin deserves. Like, he's a championship caliber driver. It's just things never go his way when it comes to championships. Mark Martin with the same thing. Mark Martin, things can never go his way when it comes to championships. So, yeah, Denny Hamlin is this generation's Mark Martin. And from how he's been performing on track throughout his entire career, 60 career wins, of course. He has a similar career average finish as Kevin Harvick with the 12.8 to Denny Hamlin's 13.2. Definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer, man. In Denny Hamlin's case and Mark Martin's case, you don't need a championship to consider great. Heck, Mark Martin didn't even win a Daytona 500, and he's considered great. Like, greatness I see, Denny Hamlin has had greatness in his career. Like, for example, the Daytona 500s he's won. Multiple successful seasons. And Denny Hamlin is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer and should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. 60 career wins. It's right there with Mark Martin for the best driver of all time to never win a championship. Is Denny Hamlin considered one of the greatest drivers of all time in NASCAR history? No. But is Denny Hamlin a great driver and has greatness in his career? Yes. He's adaptable to this car. He was adaptable. He's adaptable to this car. He gone through many different crew chiefs throughout his career and still at the top of his game. So hopefully this video persuades you guys into thinking Denny doesn't need a championship to be considered a great driver. So that's all I'm doing in this video. I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just going to tell you guys and to persuade you guys into saying like Denny doesn't need a championship to be considered a great race car driver. In my opinion, he's up there with guys like Kevin Harvick. He's up there with Mark Martin, of course, greatest driver of all time without a championship from a talent perspective. And, like I said, even though Denny Hamlin has 60 wins, Mark Martin has fewer, but was competing in a much tougher competition with guys like Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Like I said with those drivers back then. So yeah, it's two generations, two best drivers to never win a championship. And what's my expectation for Denny Hamlin heading into the final couple seasons of his career? Be the winningest active driver by the time he retires. Getting past Kyle Busch in the all-time wins list, that's my ultimate goal at this point. So anyways, guys, that's all I want to say there. Hopefully this video persuades you guys. This is Preston signing off. Peace out.